Hello everyone. In previous lecture, we have started cash flow statement and we have seen the importance of cash flow statement, why cash flow statement is prepared by companies, and also we have seen the format of cash flow statement. So we have seen that in cash flow statement, we report three activities. One is operating activity, second is investing activity, and third one is financing activity. I discussed about operating activity in detail, and now we will be starting two another activities, that is financing activity and investing activity. So we have seen that in operating activity, we start with profit before tax, and after that we make some adjustments, right? So we take PBT, which is calculated in profit and loss account, and that we adjust non-cash transaction, we adjust other activity transaction, and also we see working capital changes. And this is how we calculate cash flow from operating activity. Now we will see how companies they record their transactions related to investing activity and financing activity. So instead of starting investing activity, first I will start with financing activity. That what is financing activity and what kind of transactions we record in financing activity. We have already seen that if you want to start your business, so what you will do, arrange cash for your business, right? Definitely you need fund to run your business. So from where you can arrange the fund, or from where you can borrow the money. So basically, if I talk about sources of fund, so there could be several sources of funds. Like this is what a financing activity. So let's suppose what you're doing, you're raising money by issuing shares, or you can raise money by taking loans from banks or maybe financial institutions, right? Or what you can do, you can issue other securities like debenture or bonds, right? So what you're doing, if you're issuing shares or if you're borrowing money from banks or financial institution, or by issuing debenture or bonds, right? So definitely you will be getting cash in your organization, right? So let's suppose what you've done, you have issued shares to the public, or you have borrowed loan from banks or financial institution, or you have debentures or bonds to the public or some other entities, right? So at last, what you will be doing, you will be receiving cash from all these issues, right? Your company will be receiving cash from all these issues. So there will be inflow of cash, right? Now later on, suppose you have issued debenture for 10 years. You have issued debenture for 10 years, or maybe bonds for 10 years. 10 years, what you will be doing, you will be redeeming the bonds, and at that time you need to repay the money. So let's say we issued debentures of rupees 5 crore. Right now, you will be receiving 5 crore rupees from debenture holders. After 5 years, what you will be doing, after 10 years, you have to repay this money. So when you will repay this money, there will be cash outflow. Right now, there will be cash inflow when you are issuing these securities, and when you will repay this money, there will be cash outflow. Right. Similarly, if you have issued shares, and let's suppose now you're redeeming your shares after 10 years or after 20 years, if you're redeeming your shares, so at that time there will be cash outflow. So when you are doing, there will be cash inflow, but when you will be repaying, at that time there will be cash outflow, right? Similarly with banks and financial institutions. Now whenever you borrow loan or whenever you issue debentures, what do? You pay interest to your debenture holders or to the banks, right? So definitely you will be paying interest for this particular loan which you have raised from or maybe from banks. And if you have issued shares, what you will be doing, you will be paying dividend to these shareholders, right? So this is going to be your finance cost. This is going to be your finance cost. Why I'm saying finance cost? Because definitely if you're taking from outsider bodies or from shareholders or from debenture holders, you have to pay some amount to them, right? So this whole activity is a financing activity, right? So if there will be cash inflow, what we have to do, we have to add those transactions in financing activity. If there will be cash outflow, what we have to do, we have to reduce those transactions from financing activity. Now I will show you which transaction we record in financing activity. If company is issuing shares, or company is issuing debentures, or company is issuing other securities, at that time company will receive cash, right? So we will add these transactions. Right? We will add these transactions in financing activity, whatever cash company is receiving, right? Also, company can take a loan from banks, right? From banks. So if company is taking loan from banks, so or financial institutions, so here company will be receiving cash. So you will be adding whatever loan company has borrowed. What you will be reducing, if company is repaying their debt, repayment of debt, at that time there will be cash outflow. And our company is redeeming their shares or debentures or other security which company has issued will be subtracted from financing activity. Right after that, what company will do? Company has to pay interest or dividend also, because company has borrowed money from bank or other institutions, or company has issued shares, so company will be paying dividend and interest to their shareholders. So this will be subtracted from financing activity, and this will be financing activity. This total will form part of financing activity. Now if you see here, what we are doing, we are using interest here if company is paying any interest, right? From investing activity, if you see what we have investing activity, we have added the amount of interest expense, and I have written financing activity in bracket. That is the reason what I was doing. I was adding back the interest expense, because interest is not a part of operating activity. It is a part of financing activity. So the reason what I have done, I have added interest expense here and I'm reducing it from financing activity. You have to keep these transactions in your mind, because these transactions are interlinked transaction. Next lecture, we will discuss about operating activity, and then we will do few cases. Thank you.